You make $75,000 a year. You're doing okay. You're not poor. You're not struggling. You have a nice apartment, maybe a house, a decent car, not new, but not falling apart. You eat out twice a week. You have Netflix, Spotify, gym membership. You take one vacation a year. You're comfortable. You have everything you need, except savings, except investments, except a path to actually being wealthy. You look at your bank account, $3,200. You look at your retirement, $47,000 at age 38. You're not broke, but you're not building wealth either. You're stuck. You're in the middle class trap. And here's the brutal truth. Comfortable is the enemy. Being comfortable is what keeps you from ever becoming wealthy. And most people stay comfortable their entire lives. If you make between $50,000 and $150,000 and feel like you should be doing better financially but can't figure out why, stay with me because I'm going to show you the 5 middle-class traps that are keeping you comfortable and broke. My name is Mike and I make videos about how money actually works in real life. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm sharing what I learned about middle-class traps. Talk to a professional about your situation. Here's the deal. The middle class is designed to keep you comfortable but not wealthy. You make enough to not worry about bills, but not enough to build real wealth. You can afford nice things, but not investment properties. You have stability, but no freedom. And the worst part? The system wants you here. Companies need middle-class consumers. Banks need middle-class borrowers. The economy needs you making $75,000, spending $73,000, and staying exactly where you are. Because if you figured out how to turn that $75,000 into wealth, you'd stop being a predictable consumer. And they can't have that. The villain here is what I call the comfort trap. You're comfortable enough that you don't feel desperate, but you're not uncomfortable enough to change. Poor people are desperate. They'll hustle. They'll take risks. They have to. Rich people are focused on growth. They'll invest. They'll build businesses. They want to. But middle class, you're comfortable. Why change? Why take risks? Why hustle? You have enough. And enough is the most dangerous word in personal finance. Because enough keeps you from building more. Let me show you the 5 traps. Trap number 1 is a lifestyle baseline. Everything you make becomes your new normal. You got a $10,000 raise? Great. Your apartment costs $500 more now. Your car payment went up. You eat out more. You travel more. Within 6 months, the raise is gone. Your lifestyle absorbed it. This is lifestyle inflation, and it's deadly. Because every time you increase your income, you also increase your expenses. So you never get ahead. You just get more comfortable. And comfortable doesn't build wealth. Trap number 2 is the stuff accumulation. You buy things because you can afford them, not because you need them. You walk into Target for toothpaste. You walk out with $180 of stuff. You see something on sale. You buy it because it's a good deal. You upgrade your phone every 2 years. Not because it's broken, because you can. You buy the mid-tier everything, not the cheap version, not the expensive version, the middle, and it all adds up. The average middle-class family spends $18,000 per year on non-essential purchases, stuff they didn't need, bought because they could afford it. That's the trap. Trap number 3 is a debt normalization. Car payments are normal. Everyone has one. Student loans are normal. Everyone has those too. Maybe some credit card debt. That's fine. You're making payments. You're responsible. But here's a catch. Debt is normal for the middle class because debt keeps you middle class. You make $75,000. You have $45,000 in debt. Car, student loans, credit card. You're paying $850 per month in debt payments. Over 10 years, that's $102,000 in payments. If you didn't have debt and invested at $850 per month, you'd have $157,000 in 10 years. The debt isn't just costing you the payments. It's costing you the wealth you could have built. Trap number 4 is a retirement procrastination. You're in your 30s. Retirement is far away. You'll get serious about it later. Right now, you're just getting established, building your career, living your life. You contribute 3% to your 401k because that's what the company matches. That's enough, right? But here's the math. At 3% of $75,000, you're saving $2,250 per year. Over 30 years at 8% return, that's $255,000. Sounds good until you realize you need about $2 million to retire comfortably. You're saving 12% of what you need. You're not on track. You're comfortable, but you're broke in the future. Trap number 5 is the income ceiling mindset. You make $75,000. That's good money. You're doing well. Why risk it? Why start a business? Why invest in real estate? Why try to earn more? You might fail. You might lose what you have. Better to stay comfortable. But here's what nobody tells you. Your salary has a ceiling. You can't make more than your company allows. You might get to $100,000. Maybe $120,000 if you're lucky. But you'll never make $300,000. You'll never make $500,000. Because there's a cap on employee income. But there's no cap on business owner income or investor income. The middle class stays middle class because they trade time for money. And time has limits. Stop right now and count how many of these traps you're in. 1, 3, or 5? Be honest with yourself. Let me show you 2 people who both make $75,000. Person A stays in the traps. Person B breaks out. Person A gets a $10,000 raise. Moves to a nicer apartment. $400 more per month. Buys a newer car. $250 more per month. Eats out more. $200 more per month. The raise is gone. Still saving 3% for retirement. Still has $35,000 in debt. Still buying stuff they don't need. After 10 years, income is now $95,000. But expenses are $93,000. Debt is still $30,000. Retirement is $85,000. Net worth, $55,000. They are comfortable. They are making more, but they are not wealthy. They are just more comfortably broke. Person B gets the same $10,000 raise. Doesn't change lifestyle. Banks the entire raise. Invests $833 per month extra. Also pays off debt aggressively. Debt is gone in 3 years. Increases retirement to 15%. Starts a side business. Brings in $500 per month extra. Invest that too. After 10 years, income from job is $95,000. Income from side business is $2,000 per month. Debt is zero. Retirement has $185,000. Invested accounts have $142,000. Side business is worth $50,000. Net worth, $377,000. They are building wealth, not just comfortable. Wealthy. Which person are you? And which person do you want to be? Comment below. Now here's what people say. Mike, I can't live below my means. I already am living below my means. My means is $75,000 and I'm spending $73,000. That's below my means. But that's a trap. Your means isn't what you make. Your means is what you need. And you don't need $73,000 to live. You need maybe $55,000. The other $18,000 is lifestyle inflation. It's comfort. It's the trap. If you kept your lifestyle at $55,000 and invested the difference, you'd have $20,000 per year to invest. In 20 years at 8%, that's $985,000. Almost $1 million from lifestyle discipline alone. But here's the objection. I don't want to live like I'm poor when I make $75,000. And you're right. You shouldn't live like you're poor. But there's a difference between living like you're poor and living intentionally. Poor is deprivation. Intentional is choosing. You're choosing to drive a paid-off car instead of having a payment. You're choosing to cook at home most nights instead of eating out. You're choosing to invest instead of buying stuff you don't need. That's not being poor. That's being smart. And smart builds wealth. Comfortable builds nothing. Here's what nobody tells you about the middle class. You're one emergency away from broke and one good decision away from wealthy. The gap isn't that big, but it requires discomfort. It requires saying no to lifestyle inflation. It requires paying off debt when you could just make payments. It requires investing when you could just spend. It requires starting a side business when you could just relax. It requires being uncomfortable for 5 years to be free for 50 years. Most people won't do it. They'll stay comfortable, and they'll work until they're 70. Let me tell you what I did. I made $68,000 at age 32. I was comfortable. I had everything I needed, but I wasn't building wealth. So I made a decision. I froze my lifestyle. For 5 years, I lived like I made $45,000. I invested the difference. I paid off $22,000 in debt. I started a side business. I was uncomfortable. My friends were upgrading. I wasn't. My coworkers were buying new cars. I kept my 2012 Honda. I felt behind. But after 5 years, I had $95,000 invested. My side business was making $3,000 per month. My debt was zero. I wasn't comfortable anymore. I was free. And freedom beats comfort every single time. Your future self 10 years from now is watching you right now. They're looking at whether you chose comfort or wealth. And they're either thanking you or resenting you. They're either financially free or still working. They're either building the life they want or maintaining the life they have. That future self is you. Choose for them. Here's the bottom line. The middle class trap is real. You make enough to be comfortable, but not enough to be wealthy. Unless you break the cycle. Unless you reject lifestyle inflation. Unless you attack debt. Unless you invest aggressively. Unless you build additional income streams. Unless you choose discomfort now for freedom later. The traps are designed to keep you exactly where you are. Comfortable, consuming, predictable. But you're not going to stay there. Because now you see the traps. And once you see them, you can avoid them. Here's what you do starting today. First, freeze your lifestyle. Whatever you make right now, whatever you're spending, that's your maximum. Every raise from here goes to investing in debt payoff, not lifestyle. Second, attack one trap at a time. Start with debt. Kill it. Then fix your retirement percentage. Get to 15% minimum. Then start building side income. One trap at a time. Third, measure net worth, not income. You're not rich because you make $95,000. You're rich when your net worth is $500,000. Focus on the right number. Fourth, get comfortable being uncomfortable. You're going to say no when others say yes. You're going to invest when others spend. You're going to build when others relax. That's the price of wealth. Pay it. So tell me in the comments, which trap are you in? Lifestyle inflation? Debt normalization? Retirement procrastination? Name it. Because once you name it, you can beat it. And if this video just showed you why comfortable is the enemy, smash that like button and subscribe because I'm making more videos showing you exactly how to go from middle class comfortable to actually wealthy. Let's break out of the trap together.